Hello, my name is Billy Paloma. I'm the project manager for Journey Construction here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And welcome to the Railyard Flats project.
Railyard Flats was designed by Co-op Architects in Rise Structural Design. Constructed by Journey Construction, the project took a delegated design approach, and the Railyard Flats team partnered with structure craft builders to design and supply all of the mass timber. Railyard Flats is being developed by Railyard Flats LLC, a local group of developers looking to revitalize the downtown landscape in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Railyard Flats is the first property to be developed on the old rail property east of the Big Sioux River and is a showcase for downtown Sioux Falls, East Bank area. Developers wanted to utilize sustainable products on this project and looked to mass timber to achieve that. It is a mixed-use facility and the first true mass timber project designed and built in the Sioux Falls area for over 50 years. The total square foot is 83,000 square feet, 17,000 square foot being lower parking, 55,000 square feet of apartments, and 11,000 square feet of office and retail. The apartment is made up of 41 units with studios, 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units ranging in size from 600 square feet up to 2,000 square feet. Journey Construction contracted with Structure Craft Builders LLC out of Abbotsford, British Columbia to provide the design and mass timber materials for the project. Structure Craft subcontracted the supply of the columns and beams to Haschlacher Norca Timber out of Schausenberg, Austria. The columns and beams are a Euro spruce visual grade glulam with concealed connections, and the floor systems at second floor and third floor and the roof system are a 5.5 inch dowel laminated timber.
Shear walls, the demising walls, shear walls are made up of a 2x6 bottom plate and top plates with 2x4 staggered studs. And this primarily is all the demising walls in the building. Shear walls are the demising walls, but also the corridor walls in the property or on the project. First floor, second floor, and third floor. And the exterior wall is also the main bearing walls, corridor walls, and main bearing walls, which spans from the exterior wall to the main column and beam line, which is around 18 feet, 12 feet to the main corridor wall. And same thing on the other side of the building. The grids and spacing is similar to that, 18 feet, 12, and then 6 foot wide corridor. The exterior walls on the first floor are all MSR lumber, and all the lumber on the second floor and third floor is all SPF and construction grade material. The shear walls here are tied down using a Simpson tie anchor, which actually goes down through the first floor DLT floor system. And all the floors in the building, the main floor to the parking garage is all core floor, 8-inch core floor and 12-inch core floor. The main first floor here that we're standing on is 5.5-inch DLT with 7/16" plywood. The DLT system itself is actually 5.5 inches thick with 7/16" plywood. And what you see here exposed, that's actually going to be the finished ceiling system in all the floors. The dowel laminated timbers on the project span from the exterior wall, which is exterior bearing walls, to the main corridor walls. That main span is roughly 30 feet with a mid-span column and beam line, which breaks up that span to about 18 foot and 12 foot. On all the exterior walls and the main demising walls and corridor walls, we also incorporated a flanking strip, which is a 7mm flanking strip from Rothelblas, the Ladin 15, and That will help with the sound reduction, the help with flanking sound from the corridors, and sound transfer from the upper floors down into the apartments below. The design of the project also incorporates a 15 millimeter sound mat for the floor system. So the 2.5 inch concrete floor or concrete sits on a 5/8 inch sound mat, which also helps with the sound transferring from the first floor or second floor down to first floor and third floor down to second floor. The project's designed with blown-in cellulose insulation in the demising walls, as well as the exterior walls and the corridor walls. The demising walls in between the apartments will receive 2 layers of 5/8 gypsum on each side, which the sound rating or STC rating for the walls between apartments is right around a 53 STC. Same way with the corridor walls. That will get 2 layers of 5/8 gypsum on them as well, on the corridor side, and 1 layer of 5/8 gypsum on the apartment side. The windows for the project are an Anderson 100 series window and the Anderson 100 series patio doors as well. Each apartment will have a balcony as well, which will go from the main apartment out. Typical exterior wall construction on this project is a 2x6 exterior walls, framed walls with 1/2 inch air gap, 1 inch air gap, and then exterior brick around the whole project. Exterior walls will have cellulose blown-in insulation, bibbed system. And the exterior walls will have an R value of right around an R25. Design of the building is a lower level parking garage with precast columns and beams. First floor is all mass timber, second floor mass timber, third mass timber. The parking garage is precast columns, 16 by 20 inch precast columns with 19 foot long, 2 foot by 2 foot 6 beams spanning, like I said, the 20 foot. The construction grid is similar for the parking garage and also the first, second, and third floors, where the third floor, second floor, first floor is all transferring the weight down into the precast columns and beams, which then obviously goes down into the spread footings below. The main heat source, as you can see here, is all in-floor heat. The in-floor heat tubes running from the main manifold in the south end of the building, supplied by the boiler system. The floor slab is 5.5 inches thick with through 2.5 inches of insulation below it. The owners wanted to have this in-floor heat in lieu of a forced air unit system, which would be more efficient and eventually safer for the people parking here in the wintertime. Less chance of ice, less chance of slips, trips or falls in the parking garage. The office area is 2-story with roughly 4,000 square feet per floor. And the third floor is going to be a third floor terrace, rooftop terrace, as well as a third floor common space for the tenants, not only in the apartments but also the tenants in the office area. Co-op Architects is going to be one of the tenants on the second floor. Confluence Architects is going to be a tenant on the main floor, and there's going to be another tenant, which to be determined yet, but likely a bar down in the lower level as well. Thank you very much for your time today, and we look forward to answering any questions that you may have during the symposium.